Hello, so today I'm going to talk to you about canine influenza virus. So this is one of the non-core vaccines that is being required by more veterinary hospitals and boarding facilities and whatnot in the past couple of years. So canine influenza was something that wasn't really seen in the United States until I believe the first outbreak was in 2015. And it can be a little more dramatic than human influenza viruses. The original outbreak had quite a few dogs that were dying from pulmonary hemorrhage or bleeding from the lungs, pneumonia, those types of things. Initially, in the United States, we only vaccinated for one strain of canine influenza, but now most vaccines are what are called bivalent vaccines. They have two strains of canine influenza. And it kind of goes in cycles. We'll have a couple of years where we have no outbreaks, then we'll have a year with a big outbreak. It was either 2 or 3 years ago we had a relatively large outbreak in the southern United States. I actually ended up personally seeing I think 6 pets that popped positive on a respiratory panel for a canine influenza virus. Because of how contagious it is and how quickly it can spread, that's why more places are requiring the vaccine now to board your pets there. It's not required at every boarding facilities. I personally would probably choose a boarding facility that does require it just because I don't want my dog to get CIV. It is one of those diseases that it doesn't have a treatment for the initial virus, like a lot of viruses that we see in cats and dogs. So you're treating anything that comes after it, so pneumonia, making sure that they're not having super amounts of hemorrhage, all of that. Of the patients that I personally treated with it, the only one that had a bad outcome was a brachiocephalic animal or a squishy face animal. So it is a bit of a concern in your animals that already have a respiratory compromise, be it from genetics, the squish faces, or some other disease like cleft and trachea or heart failure or something like that. So if you're going to board your pet anywhere, it is worth looking into that particular vaccine and seeing if it's a requirement for that facility.